It has come time for me to finally get this off my chest. The Predator Badlands movie should have been titled Predator and Friends.
What?
Or Predator and Sidekicks.
Damn.
To me, it just felt like Batman. Replace Deck with Batman, replace the synth android chick with Batwoman or Batgirl, and replace the other creature with Beast Boy. And it is what it is. Now, is it a bad movie? Not necessarily. It's an okay movie. It's not an epic movie to me. To me, it's not an epic movie. And it doesn't showcase or depict Deck as a really self-sufficient predator.
What do you mean by that?
You could argue he was young and unprepared, unskilled. Whatever reason you want to give him, cool. I'm just saying it didn't feel like a full-on authentic young up-and-coming predator movie or predator character in his movie. Because this is supposed to be his own movie. And then they threw in sidekicks as well. I mean, I enjoyed the synth's acting. The actress who played the synth, she did a great job. It could have been her own movie and Deck was a sidekick. And that would have been a fine movie with me.
You serious?
That would have been okay with me because the synths seem to have different variations. 1 minute they're cold and calculated like David. Next minute they're a little subtle. You know, they understand humor, they laugh or whatever. I mean, it's not like they haven't laughed before, but I don't remember Bishop really laughed. Did he really laugh or he smiled or giggled? I guess he understood emotion or humor, so they were designed to do that. Whether or not they really understand it and they're really feeling joy and laughter when they laugh, or they're just programmed to laugh, I don't know. I'm not really knee deep and really soaked into the Wayland Yutani idea or the world of how they build synths, but I would have still accepted the movie if it was swapped the other way around. That means the synth was the main character and Deck and the other creature were the sidekicks.
Okay.
So before I proceed, I must give you a heads up. This will contain spoilers because we're going to be talking about one or two, you know what, I'm going to say 3-4 scenes that really got on my nerves in the movie, especially this first scene I want to talk about, or second scene technically, that made me feel they should have replaced this scene with another scene or put this maybe towards the end or right in the middle. Right in the middle, then it made it easier for my mind to just digest this is a Yautja or it's a predator. And I don't know how the predator world works. I don't know what age you start to teach them to be self-sufficient. Because every time they're put on screen, they seem very, ferocious and capable, especially with their might and the physique. So off the bat, they let you know visually these guys can take good damage and they can give good damage back too. And it doesn't look like they will let you throw a couple of blows, maybe to laugh in your face, like, hey, you can hit me once or twice. But once they get you in a chokehold or get their claws on you, it's game over. I mean, these dudes can rip out freaking spines and skulls attached.
You ain't lying.
They can do that with one blow.
That's right.
No tools, no gadgets, no tech required, no laser required, just the one hand. And I don't know how long it takes for them to develop that skill. I don't know how many creatures they test that skill on every time. What age do they start teaching them to start ripping spines from any creature, wherever they are in any planet? Is that something you learn how to do when you're older? Or are you taught when you're 15, 16, 17 onwards? So these are the things my mind will play around with. Like, okay, you're showing me this is a young Yautja, young predator creature, species, whatever, fine. But when does their training begin? Because you make them out to be these warrior class beings. Do they start from young, like the children in 300? Or do they start at a particular age onwards? And then when does the training start? Is the training on their planet, or do they start the training right on any other planet they've been to where they've dominated, or they've like how does it work? Do they have any holographic environment that they enter to practice before they go out into the galaxy to start doing their usual hunting and prey and killing or test, whatever it is?
That's a good question.
All right, let's do some scene breakdown, shall we? Let's get to the first scene and then we'll talk about what irritated me in this scene, and it became a pattern that they repeated over and over again. Like I said, if you had said this is the Predator and Sidekicks right in the trailers, or not even in the title of the movie, it's Predator and Friends, fine. At least the mind would know what we're getting into. But I would have at least preferred that they showed us how self-sufficient these creatures are, with and without their tools, wherever they are on a planet that they know of or that they don't know of. Even if the planet that they've landed is not on their space archive or their AI archives, it's all gravy. They're like, you know what, we don't know where we are. At least if they can run around with their gauntlet, let's say that's a primary thing. whether they don't, even if they don't have their invisibility cloak or shield, they don't have their helmets, they don't have their super laser, they can't read infrared with their normal eyes. At least they have the gauntlet, a dagger or a knife or a small blade, a very, very powerful blade they can use to cut meat, metal, or wood, or whatever it is, and then a gauntlet that can at least scan the environment wherever they are. So they can scan for plants that are good for healing, meaning the plants and herbs that can heal any creature, different blood types, different species, different creatures, so on and so forth. So I would prefer that they kept that ruggedness with his character. And even if the gauntlet broke during some battle or escape from a creature, at least you could show that, yeah, without the gauntlet, this Yautja or the Yautja are trained to use their senses to sniff out herbs that at least 70% capable of healing them, and to be able to sniff out the ones that can cause damage or harm or poison them or kill them. Just to show that these creatures are still formidable without their special gadgets, tools, and whatnot.
It's showtime.
So Deck has crash landed here, and like I said in the intro, this is going to contain spoilers. His brother's already died. For those of you who've seen it, his brother's already died here, and his spaceship crash landed on this planet because this is the planet he chose for his rites of passage, to show his worthiness, to show his warrior potential. So he's here to hunt the Kalisk, and he's doing this in honor of his brother who died at the hands of his father.
Damn.
Okay, so he's mounting his tools, his gadgets, and whatnot. And this is okay. This is part of their culture. This is part of what they are. It's okay. I mean, I don't like it, to be honest.
But why?
Because I'm like, well, if you guys are really tough, you don't really need all these special weapons. These are automated weapons.
You ain't lying.
That means you ain't even got to use your eyes too much when you're aiming this bow and arrow. It's almost like you might as well have a robotic turret and robotic bow and arrow and just command them to shoot on their own without you holding the weapon. When I was a lot younger, it was cool. But now that I'm not old, I'm like, oh, you guys are actually space bullies. Let's just put it like that. And you don't go to any other planet from what I remember in the movies. Now, in the comics might be a different story. But for those of us who stick to the movies only, yes, what I remember them to be is they go to planets and hunt lesser creatures. Now, they might have taken down a T-Rex. You take down a T-Rex with your bare hands, then you are a freaking warrior. Yes. You rip out the spine and the skull of a T-Rex with your bare hands, then you're awesome. Yes. But if you're using space cannons, invisibility cloak, and you're using your special helmet to scan, no. Then you're not a hunter. You're not a warrior. I mean, you're hunting animals, but you're not a skilled hunter or skilled warrior. So the way they're projected, to the masses, like, oh, the Predator, this and that. That's why I feel, that's why I enjoy when they're taken down by human beings, because I don't even know what the story is, because it feels like it's a flip reverse. They're saying the Predator are the most powerful creatures in the planet or in the galaxy that hunt and kill, and they've taken trophies and they've been hunting for years and years. And then someone like Arnold takes them down.
That's a good question.
So then I'm like, okay, well, in this case, even though you show me this powerful space alien, whatever, I'm respecting Arnold's character more, or any other any other human who's taken down, or actually any other humanoid species who has defeated multiple Yautjas over the time, because they don't have the same weapons that you guys do. Now, if they went to every planet and said, give me your best warrior or warriors, no matter what gender they are, and we'll give them tools, we'll give them prep time, we'll train them how to use the tools, and then we'll go for a hunt each other, and we'll have the exact same gadgets, space cannon, invisibility cloak, and helmet that can read, different infrared and infra blue, infra pink. Let's rock and roll. Then that would be at least a level playing field, and you've trained each warrior you've requested for. But you just fly unannounced into a planet. You stay hidden with your shield on your spaceship, your cloak on your spaceship. You come out of your spaceship, you're still hidden in invisibility cloak. Then you're scanning the environment and you're just hunting rabbits, and it just feels weird to my psyche. I'm like, how have I grown up over the years accepting these guys as, oh yeah, you don't want to come across a predator? I'm like, no, but you haven't even given me the same opportunity. I didn't even know you exist in the galaxy. You just shut up here and then more hunt and pew lasers. We still out here with M16s and AK-47s and pistols and magnums. You got lasers?
Damn.
And you got lasers that can follow you, like self-tracking missiles and lasers. Dude, give us the same tech. In fact, how about jabbing us some special Captain America serum? Then we can go toe to toe. put your tools down. Let's go, physical. In fact, cut your nails just in case, because you guys can rip out spines and skull.
Your soul is mine.
I thought they were going to change the narrative in this movie and make this main character more self-sufficient. Like, oh, I came in with my tools and something happened. Now I got to, be raw and old school before this gadget thing was invented in our civilization. So yeah, he's testing his tools. He's ready. All this is cool. Look, no, that's automated, man. I wonder how long that runs for. Is that like the battery doesn't go out?
It's showtime.
Now this is where shit starts to hit the fan for me. I was like, yeah, I know where this movie is going.
Come on, son.
I don't know what this thing is, but let's watch what this thing does to that creature, right? Okay, we saw in the background right there. That was blood. Yes. That wasn't orange juice.
No.
Apple juice.
No.
Hennessy. That wasn't Cavassier. That was blood. My boy is on alert now. So at this point, I was like, okay, this seems cool. This is okay. We don't know what that thing is, but from what we saw, it took that creature and we saw blood, right? Then second one shows up there, so I'm thinking, okay, maybe this thing is so long.
Stop playing, man.
It's long enough to just reach around without. Hey! And here I was thinking, this thing must have a level of intelligence to know the difference between a creature that it snuffed out real quick and we saw blood, and here it must know the difference between the organic and inorganic materials.
What do you mean by that?
So meaning this is the difference between the flesh and metal, or whatever material or metallic material or substance those tools and gadgets that Deck left on the thing are. Another thing for me personally, I was wondering, why would you walk away from that little rock you have your tools on to go and investigate what you just heard, when you're on a planet of creatures that some of your kind have come here to hunt? This isn't the first Yauta to come here, unless I'm wrong. But you're on the planet your forefathers and mothers would have come to hunt and test their skills and train themselves, and would have probably left if they feel, this is too hard to manage, so we gotta evacuate. Some have probably died here. So it didn't make sense to me that I personally wouldn't leave my tech unattended on a planet I've only just entered for the first time. I don't know if it was brought here as a youngling, as an egg sac, or as a testicles, sperm sac, whatever it is. I don't know whether his daddy and mommy brought him here when he was a lot younger, but this is your first time here hunting. It doesn't make sense that you would leave your tech and your gadgets unattended, and you're walking further away from the thing.
I don't know.
Okay, now the vine thing, whatever it is taking and is doing it deliberately. This looks like intention. You're picking up 1, 2. So when the thing can distinguish, this is clearly not organic. And it's normally you could see a creature doing the thing like, it'll pull back like, no, this is not what I thought it was. So it'll leave it alone. But the action to me depicts knowledge and knowing of what you are interacting with as a species or as a creature. This creature must be aware of this thing being an unnatural thing that is recent, because just like Deck, we are new to this planet. So we have to assume this creature has an awareness of most of the things in this environment, meaning on the planet. I don't know if new things sprout every 2,000 years or whatever it is, but we must assume that this creature at least has some idea of this surrounding that it lives in. It must know that's a kuru and that one is a chada, and the other creature there, I can smell a chere. It must have some sense or some knowledge of the other things around it.
That boy is good.
I'm like, dude, you left your shit on it. Now everything's gone. Everything is gone. But it's cool because he's a predator. It's a Yautja. I don't need all the tech, all the gadgets. I can take any of you guys with my bare hands and my bow and arrow, or bow that's laser arrow, infinite bow, by the way, and my spear and my gauntlets. Still walking slow, but it's cool. You got to take your time. There we go. This is the part that confused me. From here, I didn't get it. Okay, now this part. You see what he's doing right here. You see what the tentacle, whatever this thing is doing right here. It looks like it's eating that thing. So I thought the first time when it picked up all the tools, I thought it was like, okay, I'm going to take all this shit away and keep it somewhere or whatever. and come deal with your ass face to face.
Let me explain.
So then my mind was like, okay, so that means this thing is very intelligent to know, okay, this thing is a tool or weapon, or it must have some level of high intelligence to distinguish between organic and inorganic materials. And this thing could or might or can cause us harm and damage. Let's get it away so I can focus on this douchebag who entered my domain. And then it goes for the spear. So I'm like, okay, this thing must be cognizant or intelligent enough to know prey and weapon to harm us and defend itself. We need to take away its tools and gadgets, right? Let's continue. It's still choking or swallowing, gulping down that thing. So now my brain is firing so many, is it neutrons or whatever? Like, so what is it doing, right? Is it just swallowing? Because please hear me out. If you're doing that to that metal object in your, whatever your thing is, if you're doing that in real time, I must assume you have something inside you right now that is able to digest that real fast on the spot. Or you are swallowing that thing real fast straight to your main belly, wherever your belly, because now, so what is this creature? How does it work? Where's its eyes? Where's its chest, its neck, its back, its fingertips, its toes, its pinky, or maybe it doesn't even have a stomach. Cool. This is where you can get people like me out of your movie, out of the believability of your thing. Because now I don't know what this thing is. I'm used to seeing creatures with 4 legs or 6 legs, like in Avatar and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, cool, this is supposed to be like a horse, but it's got 6 legs. Or it's like supposed to be like a lion, but it's got, I don't know, a bigger mouth and it's whatever. You get the idea. It's like it's inspired by a lion, but it's its own thing. Cool. So just so your mind knows what's going on. And then the voiceover dialogue is like, oh, we never let these guys get close to us. Oh, why? As soon as they bite you, they digest you in 2 seconds. You're like, God damn. So now the other character is letting the viewer know that's how dangerous this creature is. But because we're following Deck and he doesn't speak English, we're left to try and figure out what's going on. Well, how dangerous are these creatures? Because one, we saw in the background, it took that flying creature or winged creature, we saw blood squirt, not apple juice. It didn't bust no nuts. As soon as we saw it hit the creature, we saw some orange liquid squirt out. Then Deck is startled by that noise or sound. Deck turns around. It then goes for Deck's tools and gadgets. So we have to agree to some extent that this thing thinks or has intelligence or wisdom or knowledge at least. Then it goes for its spear. So now I'm like, okay, you know what you're doing. You seem to know what you're doing. Otherwise, that means this creature is stupid because of the director and the creator, or who's come together and say, we need to put this thing in this scene. I'm not saying it's explain the freaking anatomy and how long this thing has been alive and how many babies it's had and how many years it's played music and it's gone to R&B and hip hop concerts. But you need to give the viewer some sense of terror. Like how dangerous is it right now for Deck? Like, can he just rip off his head? Like, what are we even looking at?
That's a good question.
Because Deck is struggling whilst the other thing is choking, or the other one is choking. I keep saying choking, is gulping down that long spear that we don't even know how strong or how dense it is compared to human metal or titanium, but it looks like it's not struggling too tough. I mean, it's doing this like it's swallowing it. So my brain is like, well, that means you have a very fast digestive system in your gullet right now. That means your inside is almost super acidic. It can break down any other non-organic materials inside its body fast. Is this someone's mouth? Is this someone's hand? Is this a vacuum?
That's a good question.
The movie 11 never lets us know what it is visually, just to get a sense enough. Because if you can do that to metal, you shouldn't struggle with Deck right now. Do you see what I'm saying? If you can do what you just did to metal, he shouldn't be struggling with Deck. Unless you're trying to tell me this Predator, his skin or his body is stronger than the metal he's wielding. Bruh, calm down. It ain't like this. So as soon as I started this movie, I was like, dude, this could be good. This could be good. But when we got here, I was like, yeah, you can't show me this scene in your first 10 minutes of this movie, your first 15 minutes, and you want me to take this guy seriously or this movie seriously. Hence, Predator and Friends. And it's okay. But I'm not going to say this is one of the best Predator movies out there. Hell no. No siree, Bob. You could have given this guy an epic movie going after another epic alien or aliens that are intelligent. And he has to, put it this way. You could have put Deck in a situation like Rambo First Blood. That would have been so epic. Now all these other aliens got tools and gadgets, and now he's put on the reverse.
Nice.
Not deliberately, or you could say deliberately. Oh, this is one of the Yautja aliens. We keep coming to different galaxies and whatnot. Oh, now we got a predator we can hunt. That now you put it on the tail end of what its kind does to people in the galaxy. Then we still get to see how resourceful his kind are. Like, oh, don't worry, you got tech, and I can't even get to my spaceship to get my tech. But best believe, my gauntlet and my little dagger alone, yeah, it's game over for you. It is because my people can rip out skulls and spinal cords with one blow. Yeah. So therefore, it's game on. If this movie was Deck alone and it was like Deck but in Rambo First Blood versus other aliens who are chasing him whilst he wants to attain his goal to honor his brother and then prove to his kind of how capable he is, oh, it would have been sweeter.
You ain't lying.
It would have been so sweet. Oh my goodness, that would have been an epic movie. So now, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What's going on here?
And here we go.
These things really get on my nerves, man, because you're trying to put the audience in a state of tension, but this is intense to me. This is just like action, but there's no tension. You need to explain to the audience in a visual manner that these guys are a threat. And the more the thing is holding on to Deck's arm, the more you're hearing sounds like his gauntlet is getting crushed.
That's what I'm talking about.
So then you show Deck realizing, hold on a minute, this thing's getting tighter.
No shit.
And I'm hearing my metal of my thing crushed. And that even also reveals to us that, okay, no matter how strong these creatures are, the metal that they use to make the gauntlet is stronger. So you can hear it taking time to crush it. And you can see the vine or whatever this thing is take its time, like, I want to crush this thing. Then Deck has to respond and say, yo, if you can do that to my metal, you could argue the bracelets are more stronger than the spare, but that would be stupid. Let's just keep it the same material. But I gotta say that the gauntlet is stronger than the spare, because that thing is still swallowing that spare. I don't know how it's doing that. I don't know how. Anyway, so it at least show Deck just saying like, nah, just hearing that sound crush and then hearing a slurp, then the viewers will put two and two together saying it's trying to crush the gauntlet, and we can hear liquid. So is it trying to melt the metal with we can hear, juices squelching. We can hear some form of squelching. Then maybe when the Deck pulls his arm away, we then get to see liquid and just a little steam. Just a little steam, like, oh, he's trying to chew it. Not even chew, like melt this thing in some way, shape, or form.
Well, duh.
Then Deck has to respond quick. You could even show that these guys are so skilled. Almost every one of them is born ambidextrous, or they're trained to use both hands when they're born.
You serious?
So you showed me before that this thing went after the bird-like looking, the winged creature, went after the other tools, went after his spear, one by one. As creatures on this planet, you're telling me, is that how you hunt? Is that how you're designed to hunt? It is stupid, because when you say yes, then that means that's a cop-out by the director to say these creatures happen to hunt one by one. This ain't no samurai movie. You want this thing dead or alive? Are you playing with your food? You didn't play with that winged creature? That winged creature only landed on Deck's spaceship, not even on your vine, on your rock, or your eyeball. It just landed on Deck's spaceship. You came out of nowhere and did what? One time. You didn't play with it. You didn't flick up in the air. You didn't rub it and say, oh, look, it's tickly. It laughs. You just ate it, or you did whatever to it instantly. So if you can do that to that one thing without thinking, you should be able to do the same to Deck instantly. So all this one by one, 1 minute attack. You go. I'll wait for you. Okay, now it's your turn. You go. I'll wait. Oh, you guys, it's my turn. Nah. No, sorry, Bob. This is a planet that apparently the way this planet was depicted to us, it's like, yo, anything on this planet is here to eat you alive. If you sneeze funny, game over. If you wink funny, it's game over. If you fart funny, it's game over. If you piss somewhere by mistake, it's game over. You want the audience to understand this ain't no play planet, boy. This ain't no joke. In fact, we don't even take our kind to this planet for training. We actually have a holographic a planet or a area where we take our kind to go and train in this holographic area to prepare them for the planet. Because 9 out of 10 times, every time we go here to train, most of these people get snuffed out and just barely one of them survive to make it back home.
Get this man a shield.
So they will have a list of planets where we're like, no, we can't just go at 15 years old. We can't just go there at 25. We got to go there at 45 because we don't got a lot of training. At least that's, you got to let the viewer know these planets are dangerous and there's plenty of them. And the Calisk is on this one. I don't know where the Calisk live on any other planet in the galaxy, but this is the one we're at. So you want to show the viewer like, yo, we want you guys to be riding for deck, but to be scared for deck as well. We want to set it up like he's got his tools, got his gadgets, he's got his weapon, got the lasers, got this, got that. But now he ain't got all of that shit. How's he going to make it out alive? How's he going to survive? It'd be cool if he started to use his surroundings against the creatures on this planet. Use that gauntlet and scan like, okay, what can I use that can poison? I'm going to mix this one up. Okay. Oh, say less, fam. I can combine this one. Okay, cool. How about this one? Oh, that one is a herb. Okay, cool. Well, that one is a hallucinogen. Okay, cool. But that one makes you, all right, say less, fam. At least you show him, you know, and then you keep that thing, like I said later on, the Rambo First Blood thing where he's constantly on the run, but he would chill, study. Oh, maybe, come on, son. He's all this one by one attack is boring. What a fucking piss take, dude. So now I don't even know what that is. Are we punching? Like, was that going to be a kill move? Yeah, don't hear me out. I'm not saying Dexter just laid there and felt what would have happened, but let the viewers know this thing can point itself to become sharp. Because right now, I don't know what this is. And if 10 of us were sat in a room watching this together, we all came out and we were asked each one by one, separately, by the way, describe this creature. Oh, tentacles and this and that. Okay, what is it made of? Of wood and this and that. Okay, then describe if it has acid, doesn't have acid. Can it shapeshift? Can it not shapeshift? Does it have an inside? Is it inside organic or is it? Describe it. Each of us would have different descriptions. That is poor.
What do you mean by that?
We call that poor storytelling. You should not be able to walk into a movie and come out and 10 different people give 10 different descriptions of a thing that is made to be one thing. If it's vague, left to the audience to make up their own thing, cool. You don't put a horse in a movie with wings and then you ask 10 different people to describe it. Oh, it's a unicorn with poo-poo. Oh, it's a fish with wings. Oh, it's a cow with duba. No, it's a freaking horse with wings. This thing is designed to be like this for a reason by the director as a cop-out. This is not this doesn't even make sense what this creature is. If we were sat down to describe this planet, this is a laughable creature. But yet it's able to digest metal or to just take up metal. Where did that one take the freaking spear to? Because we didn't see it throw the spear away. We saw that one taking up all the other tools on the rock. This shit gets on my nerves, man. Because people pay money to see this shit.
He ain't lying.
We should all be able to come out of the movie, 10 of us, and we're asked a question, each of us separately, and our answer should be the same. If not, at least 8 people should get it correct. And that is a sign of a good storyteller to let the audience know wherever this creature or our main character is at, it is dangerous. How so? That thing it took from deck, it melted it in 10 seconds. That could be another thing as well. Like we'd be asked, oh, how long did it take for the vine to melt Deck's weapon? 5 seconds, 8 seconds, 15 seconds. Those of us who are paying attention will still know. However wrong we get it, at least the viewer, the director is letting us know this thing is dangerous because it melted a particular item or items in no time. So whether or not someone was paying too much attention, we can at least guess on average 5 seconds. But guess what? We still are getting to know that this thing is dangerous via melting a particular metal or tool in no time. This is supposed to be a dangerous planet, and off the bat, you're showing me this thing is plain. What is this thing? And now you can punch it. You see what I'm saying? You can cut it and punch it, and it takes harm when you punch it. Dude, man. And what's with this attack one by one shit? What? I don't get it. I don't get it. Just replace the concept with Rambo First Blood. And this would have been a perfect Predator movie. this would have been a perfect Predator movie. Maybe replace the things that are hunting it with the creatures on this planet. And they've got very, very high, strong senses. So now it has to, we're combining Rambo First Blood with the first Predator movie with Arnold, where he has to now start covering his skin with something that he's used his gauntlet to scan, and he can tell this thing throws off the scent. It can mask your scent of a creature. Beautiful. That would have been so much sexier. So much sexier. So much sexy. That would have been so much sexy. No, that would have been sexier. That would have been so much sexier. Why am I struggling with grammar? That would have been so much sexier. Yes. Yes. You hear this thing is attacking it one by one. It's so visually jarring because the director's chosen this thing. In real world, they say this because you're trying to put the audience to say this is real. This doesn't feel real. You're trying to get the audience in the mindset of this planet. Why are you attacking deck one by one? I thought you were smart. I thought you knew the difference between organic and inorganic. You went for that winged creature, you ate it, or you did whatever you did to it. You went for the metal stuff you picked up from the rock. Looks like you ate that shit. Then you went for a spear. Looks like you ate that shit also. So now I'm thinking, okay, you must have a very, very strong, powerful internal organs or inside. Maybe your stomach is literally your whole thing, your whole your stomach is here. You don't need to go all the way to wherever it's hidden in the ground. There's my stomach. Your stomach is because you went for the spear. You put that shit in your mouth or whatever. And then we see Deck punch. I'm like, you can punch this thing now? And it's shaking its head like, oh, that was a, come on, guys, come on. Come on, you're starved of excellence. That's how you call this movie epic.
Damn.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. So what the hell were they doing? Taking a nap when Deck was cutting up all their buddies. They were sleeping. What's all that noise about? We're out here making noise and shit. We yelling, man. Oh, we got a new food on site. Oh, we got somebody did a special delivery for us. So that's Yautja. I hear they taste good. Why didn't you guys come all at this dude? All in one go. And what did he do different that made all of you wake up?
Is this not why you were here?
They all woke up like this motherfucker here. Who making noise out here? Bitch, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of giving the audience not only excitement but danger.
Danger! High voltage!
Let the audience know this guy's in danger at every turn.
When we cut, when we kiss, when we touch.
He can even climb trees without scanning the tree to make sure there's nothing hidden on the tree. Instead, they made these things just rose their head or whatever the heck it is. What's going on here? Okay, you attack first. Now, James, it's your turn. Okay, James, or whatever. Tina, it's your turn. Oh, damn it, Tina. I thought you were good, Tina. Michelle, what are we doing, dude?
Get out of here.
You want your audience to be excited and you want to give them tension, like let them know this is your main character. We're following this guy. But here, he's not safe. He's not at home. He must survive.
That's right.
He must withstand whatever comes at him. And whatever is coming at him for the first time is doing one by one. You go, my turn. You go, my turn. Shut up. Get out.
You are mean.
Look at all of them. What are they waiting for right now?
That's a good question.
Look at him. He's finished.
That's right.
He's done. You know what? I'm not even going to count. You guys let me know how many's on the screen right now. Put it in the comments. Let me know how many's on the screen right now. He's cooked. He's absolutely cooked. If they all went for him all at once, game over. It's deuces done. Movie done. The shortest movie ever. Or the shortest Predator movie ever. If they all went after him right now, it's game over. So the director pulled a massive cop out in the first 15 to 20 minutes of your movie. This is poor.
Run!
Predator and Friends / Badlands. Badlands. What's bad about this?
Get to the chopper!
This is poor, weak. Predator and Friends, or Predator and Sidekicks.
Nice.
Look at this. He's done. He should be finished. They're all waiting. Why?
Don't ask questions.
So what kind of congregation are they? What kind of council do they have? Like in their species, do they have like a gathering? Listen, now, Timothy, I must warn you, I keep telling you, every time you have a new creature to eat, you always peck on my creature. What we must do from now on as evolving plant, fauna, or whatever we are, we must attack our prey one by one. It makes sense. Otherwise, we eat each other's bits too early, too quickly. Well, come on. You want to let the viewer know that this thing that looks like vines wrapped together is so dangerous that as soon as it latched onto Deck's arm and Deck managed to cut a piece off and then he started bleeding like, oh, that's how y'all rolling?
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh?
Then Deck would be like, you know what? Nah, I ain't even playing with you. No, what's this Wutak? No, put my blade down, light some special device, and then light him up and run.
Get to the chopper!
And he knows if he doesn't get out of here, it's game over.
No shit.
Because Deck wants to survive, to prove his self-worth, or prove his worthiness to his people, whilst also honoring his brother. He can't do that by letting these guys finish him.
Pause, Granddad.
It would bring shame on his clan and on himself and his brother, knowing that he died at the hands of these basic things on the planet, letting the viewers know that's how dangerous this planet is, that even the vines gonna kick your ass real good, son. Say, what? You came here because you want to honor your brother and prove to daddy? We'll finish you.
Pause, Granddad.
That's right.
You haven't even met the winged creatures yet.
Yes.
You haven't even met the water creatures yet.
Damn.
You haven't met the snake-like creatures yet.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't met the creepy crawlies yet. You're just dealing with plant life. And Deck's like, nah. We out. We do this. Light the thing and done. That's what I'm saying. Even if he came with his tools and the vine thing took his tools, that's another way to let the viewers know, oh, he came here prepared, but now it's reset. Reset. Now Deck has to go old school before the tech. Yeah, I still got my gauntlet. It's cool. You want to have something on him, like I said, a small dagger or this blade that he has and a small dagger. And let that gauntlet be the thing that he can use to scan the environment. This is edible, non-edible. This is drinkable, not drinkable. And then have something he can use to collect the water in the environment and then put it in a little saucepan and then treat the water or purify the water. Something you can use to detect poison inside one of the plants and say, yes. Then he, like I said, flip the script, man. Give him the Rambo First Blood treatment, so that way he has to not be like Rambo and Arnold in the first movie and then become the environment. To beat the environment, talk to your boy. He said Predator Badlands. Predator and Friends, bitch. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Come on.
It's a good movie.
Are you not entertained?
All attacking him one by one. Look at this one by one attack. That's rubbish. You're dumb creatures because the director and the people in the think tank room wrote you all to be dumb, reflecting how silly and dumb that they are. Otherwise, don't write this scene. Ain't nobody choking you. You better write the scene, director. I kill you. Nobody choking you. You chose to write the scene like this. You could have put the scene somewhere else. You chose to give us this scene exactly like this. Right in the first 15, 20 minutes. This is your doing. There's no space alien or space god or Jesus Christ or freaking Elohim and Yahweh saying you must write this movie or I kill you. No, you chose to do it exactly like this. This is your doing. You and your think tank. Especially after the behind the scenes of the Duffer Brothers with Stranger Things season 5. I don't trust Hollywood no more.
Hey, yo, what the?
Because there could be someone in the back saying, you know what, that scene you were writing right now, guys, I don't feel too comfortable with it. Because it's not giving the ferociousness or the sense of dread for the viewers to let us know this is real danger.
Danger. High voltage.
And you're making this thing attack, these things. I don't even know if these things are separate or is one, like a hive mind. You're making them attack Deck one by one. I don't feel too good with that. We don't feel too good with that. And they'd be like, oh, well, it's 5 of you versus 15 of us, so I guess we win. I thought we were working together to write a very good, compelling story. Or we just remove this scene and replace it with something else.
Bullshit.
This is why I don't like this movie that much. It's okay. It's not, for my Predator enjoyment or my enjoyment of a Predator movie, this is not a Predator movie at all. This is Predator and Friends.
Oh, is that how you feel?
Yes.
So where's the other two? They're all waiting whilst you know what it is to be waiting whilst, oh my God. This part 2 also got me confused. This vine comes up from behind him right at the rock area. Look how long he is.
Pause, Granddad.
Right there, we can see that there's a little rock gap here. This gap here with a rock. And look at how long that vine thing is, right? You see it? Yeah? Keep watching. Why are, right as he's doing this, do you know what it is to be cutting through something? What the? Well, legs, go for his arms, his belly, his neck. In fact, whilst he's got his two hands on one, this is a good time to kill him. Wrap around his neck real fast. Come from behind because he hasn't got eyes at the back of his head. Go for his legs. Wrap those two things together. As soon as he raises his arm, grab that one arm. So if he tries to throw the sword over his other arm, grab the second arm, get his neck, twist that shit. End of movie. Because the next question I want to ask you as a director and a storyteller, what message do you want to convey to your viewers right now? How cool this guy is, or how dangerous this planet is?
Don't ask questions.
One has to be more pressing than the other. We can see how cool he is later.
That boy is good.
We need to show the audience how dangerous this planet and then how smart and how resourceful Dek can be or is. We haven't seen that yet. So if he runs away now, you're like, oh, no wonder his father doesn't want him to be part of the clan, or his father thinks him to be weak. No, he's smart. He knows when to take the L. He knows how to maneuver. He knows how to weave and bob like, oh yeah, these guys are coming in fast. Whoop, whoop. Then he's like, nah, that thing I said earlier on that can start a fire real quick, use it, light it, done. You zip out of there quick. You'd be like, ooh, boy, I came here to hunt a bigger creature. And those boys took me down. Those boys made me struggle. All right, then I need to start finding a way to reverse this predator prey thing. On this planet, I'm the predator. I'm the prey. But I got to reverse that back to, I came here for a reason. And I came here to tackle and take down one of the most powerful creatures on this planet. And this lets me know that this planet is so dangerous that the vines, the fauna is giving me hassle. So I got to beef up my game. Maybe take one of the vines that he caught off and, figure out a way to say, yo, let me start using you to my advantage. Let me even study you. I took a piece of you, escaped. Now I'm study how you work and whatever, man. Whatever. Look, he's taking time. He put his sword. Where did his sword go? Where did his sword go? Where is it? Look at this. Okay, whatever. So now, do we see an inside? There's no stomach. There's no stomach lining. It just looks like they're just made of a thick combination of vine. If that's the case, where did the spear go? Where did all those other metal things that the other tentacle picked up go? Because now we can see the inside doesn't look like it's fleshy and a different color to let us know, oh, this thing can digest stuff fast. That would have been cool if Dek ripped it apart and then dropped it like, oh, your insides are acidic. It's hot. Then you look at his fingertips. It's scorched. Like, oh, it's hot. You know what? Light that fire thing. Later, boys. I came here to hunt a bigger creature, not you. Because if you're saying there's no acidic inside, then you have to say that thing, that metal that it took got sort of fast. The spear. Cool. It's a long thing. I don't even know how it went through your viney body. Whatever. How did you swallow those other items? They were like 4 balls in a big rucksack metal thing. How did you gulp that down?
What did he say?
Hey, yo, Dek, we're gonna holler at you for a second. Come real close. Now we ain't gonna bite you. We just talk to you. Come on, Dek, man. You're on our home turf, bruh. Just wanna have a conversation with you. What you doing on this planet, man? Huh? You trying to, okay, for your brother? Okay. You wanna prove your self-worth? Okay, we'll let you know where the callus is over there. We'll give you your shit back. We need to take an arm or leg or something. We gotta take a little piece of you just to let people know, yo, you just come to our turf and walk all over our shit. We fucked you up a little bit. Now we'll give you your tech back. You gotta give us an arm or an eye. One of the two. I was gonna say your leg, but you can't hop and kill the Talisk. Kalisk. He's gonna beat your ass up, but we gotta take something from you. Come on, Dek. A little trade. Your tools for your arm or your eyeball. Come on, son. Stop it with the bullshit. It's not good. It's not healthy for you guys.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay, please remember this scene. This thing is coming from that rock location. It looks very, very long, right? It looks very, very, very long. Wink. Very long, right? It's coming from the rock location from behind Dek. Now, why Dek is still struggling with this thing and the other vines from the side haven't attacked him yet, I don't know. You tell me.
Okay.
Okay, he dodges. Cool. He's like, fuck that. Now, what is the vine doing right now? How hard did it hit wherever it hit? Is it knee deep into? Is it like 6 inches into the ground? Is it like 7 feet into the ground? Is it 30 feet into the ground? Is it 9,000 feet into the ground where it missed deck or where deck docked? Why is it struggling to pull itself out? Why did those guys move now? Why now? Why is it now you choose to move? Why didn't you attack deck before when he had this thing in his hand? He had no weapons in his hand. He had your body in his hand like this. Why do you move now?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, he's got a point.
Best movie ever. How is it now that they all can't reach him?
Don't ask questions.
Remember I said earlier on, observe the rock location behind him, and that thing looked very, very long. How is it now that they can't reach him? How? What's going on here? What's going on here? Look at this shit. Now he's yelling at them. Look at this too. What the now I knew this movie was for children. Let's take it back. Because I like to know where that rock one came from. Let me take it back. Where is it? Okay. 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 That's me done. This is one of the clips I wanted to talk to you guys about why I don't like this movie. More to come.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I've of course been your one and only Multipotentialite, Neurodivergent host.
The Kosmic Jedi signing out. Thank you for watching.
Best movie ever? Predator Badlands.